And after 6 weeks, you'll have something like this. Hello, welcome to God in the Greenhouse. I'm Nicola, and I'm so happy you made it today. Today's an exciting day. We're going to learn how to plant potatoes into containers. Such an easy, inexpensive, fun project to do. Now all you'll need for this project is a container that's at least 2.5 gallons or bigger, a couple seed potatoes, depending on how big your container is, and also some potting soil, and maybe some compost if you have it laying around. Now if you don't have your own compost, you can always mix in some peat moss with your potting soil. You just want to make sure that your soil is a little more on the airy side. That way your tubers have lots of space to grow. Now today I'm using a 15-gallon planting container. It already has holes in the bottom. If you're using a 5-gallon bucket or a container without holes, go ahead and drill some holes in the bottom. That way you don't end up with rotted roots or potatoes. You definitely want the water to be able to drain out. Now I already have my container filled with 4 inches of the compost and potting soil mix. Now because I'm using a 15-gallon container, I'm going to be using 6 seed potatoes. Now you can grow grocery store bought potatoes, but you want to make sure they are organic, because otherwise they're probably sprayed with a chemical that keeps them from sprouting. So either get actual seed potatoes or organic grocery store bought potatoes. Now depending on the size of your bucket is how many potatoes you'll need. I say about 1 seed potato for every 2.5 gallons. Now after you have your potatoes set down on the soil, super easy, all you have to do is put another 4 to 6 inches of soil mix right on top of that. And now it's time to go ahead and water. Make sure you set your container in a nice sunny spot and keep it watered at least every other day, so that way the soil is moist but not overly saturated. After about 2 weeks, you'll start seeing those sprouts poke through the soil. And then after 6 weeks, you'll have something like this. Now I started these 6 weeks ago, about in the middle of April. And because potatoes are heavy feeders, you want to make sure you fertilize them every 2 weeks. And this can be done with an easy compost tea fertilizer, nothing special needed. Just want to make sure you give them a little boost of nutrients at least every 2 weeks. These guys are ready to get some soil put on them so I can grow even more potatoes in this container. This process is called hilling your potatoes. In order to hill your potatoes, all you have to do is put more dirt over the potato plants, but not covering the tops. You want to make sure the tops show through, so that way those leaves are getting the sun. Now after a couple waterings, the soil mix will start going down, so that's why in about another 6 weeks you'll have to hill the potatoes again. And then after 12 weeks, the potato plants should start dying off and it's ready to harvest your tubers. And harvesting is so easy. All you have to do is tip the container over, dump out the contents, and separate the tubers from the roots. Now, the potato plant parts you don't want to keep for your compost. Just go right ahead, throw them in the garbage or burn them up in your fire pit. They don't offer any nutrients and they're actually not good for the compost. See, that was so super easy. It's so inexpensive and very low maintenance. You cannot go wrong with growing potatoes in containers. I thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. We're still a new channel, growing, and lots of new videos coming out. See you soon.